Ja, hallo zusammen und seid gegrüßt zu einer weiteren Folge von Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Traits of Cold Steel 2. In der letzten Folge haben sich die Ereignisse ein bisschen überschlagen, denn Reen hat sich auf ein eventuell sehr unmoralisches Angebot eingelassen, um andere zu schützen, sage ich mal. Ist mit Crow und den anderen Leuten der Noble Alliance hier auf die Pantagruel gestiegen und wir befinden uns jetzt hier auf dem Schiff und ja, Crow hat sich uns beim letzten Mal ein bisschen anvertraut, hat viel aus dem Nähkästchen geplaudert, hat uns viel über seine Vergangenheit erzählt, was sehr aufschlussreich war und wir werden jetzt hier, oh mein Gott, was für ein Luxusschiff ist das bitte? Ich meine, wir haben beim letzten Mal durch die ganzen Kamerafahrten schon gesehen, wie hochwertig das ja alles ist, also das grenzt ja schon ein bisschen an... oh, guck mal hier. Das muss ich mir dann vermutlich merken, oder? Warte mal, muss ich mal kurz kratzen. Was haben wir hier? I wonder. Well, doesn't matter. I should focus on gathering information for now. Das wird dann wohl noch wichtig werden. Mal gucken, in welchem Zusammenhang. Aber kann man sich ja schon mal merken. Eingezeichnet ist es aber nicht in der Karte, ne? Ne, sieht nicht so aus. So. Oh, hier komme ich durch? Das ist aber nicht der richtige Weg, oder? If it isn't Master Reen, is there something that we can help you with? If so, please don't hesitate to ask. Oh, should have figured I wouldn't be able to get through here. Nothing in particular, please keep up the good work. Aha, die haben uns aber nett vermittelt, dass wir da nicht durchkommen. Also kein Halt, kein Stopp, kein gar nichts. I should have known they wouldn't let me through. I probably shouldn't try my luck a second time. Warum nicht? Bin gespannt, wie sie reagieren würden. Die würden einfach den Ton ein bisschen verschärfen. Ich glaube nicht, dass es da Probleme geben würde. So, hier wird es jetzt aber interessant.
I can sense someone inside.
Wir knocken mal.
Come on in if you like.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
Okay. Ah, da ist Scarlett.
Hello there, love. I'd heard you came on board yesterday, so I did wonder whether we would run into one another at some point.
Hello, Scarlett. Last time we spoke was a month and a half ago near Trista, I think.
Quite a memorable day for both of us, wasn't it? There's no need to stand over there. Come and have a seat. I'll pour us some tea.
You really don't have to. Well, I guess there's no harm in chatting for a bit.
These tea leaves really are wonderful, aren't they? Only the best for the airship of Erebonia's most powerful noble, I suppose.
I have to admit, the fragrance is like no tea I've ever had before. You're right, though. It makes sense if it's something Duke Cayenne personally chose.
Oh? I was under the impression that your family is a part of the nobility, too. Your father is a baron, isn't he?
He might be a noble, but generally barons aren't all that wealthy. We live a relatively modest lifestyle.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have thought it before, but maybe my family was actually more well-off than yours.
And Scarlett, I heard she lost her old hometown when he went and built a railway through it.
What kind of family did you come from, then?
Oh, they weren't nobles, if that's what you're wondering.
Ich muss mal einmal ganz kurz zwischengrätschen. Sie hat da ein sehr auffälliges Tattoo. Ich kann, egal wie doll ich meine Augen zusammenkneife, nicht erkennen, was da drunter steht. Kann das jemand übersetzen? Kann das jemand lesen? Will das Spiel überhaupt, dass man das erkennt? Ich weiß es nicht, aber es springt halt ins Auge.
They were just relatively wealthy farmers. We were almost local celebrities in a way.
Oh, I see.
You're wondering how someone like me became a terrorist? It's written all over your face.
Well, I can't deny that I'm curious. I heard that you lost your hometown because Osborne built a railway through it.
Oh, did C tell you? No, I suppose it must have been V. He never was one to keep quiet about things.
So, I mean, what happened?
Some things are best left unsaid, I think. It's not as if knowing would somehow allow you to change things.
I suppose.
You're so adorable, Reen. Now I know why C took a liking to you. What do you say? How about you come and fight with me and the other big girls and boys? It'll be fun, I promise.
Please stop teasing me. Anyway, thank you for the tea. It wasn't just made with high-quality leaves. It was brewed exceptionally, too.
You're very welcome.
Oh, actually, I may as well ask while I have the chance. Where did you learn how to use that weapon of yours anyway? It's pretty unique.
Oh, that? I suppose it can't hurt to tell you. The holy city of Arteria.
The Arteria? Where the high seat of the Septian Church is?
That's the one. It's called a Templar Sword, and it's a traditional weapon in the church. A few years ago, I was studying to be a sister and was trained in how to use it there.
Surely you must be talking about some other church, right? You're telling me there are sisters in the Septian Church who use weapons like that?
There are more things in this world you don't know than you could possibly imagine. Well, it doesn't matter much now. I ended up returning to Erebonia before my training was complete.
Oh?
Anyway, that's all I'm telling you for now. I'll give you the full story if you decide to join us. Sound fair? And if you choose not to join, well, that way has its own charms, I suppose.
Sehr sympathisch irgendwie.
She ended up being a lot friendlier than I expected her to be. I wonder how much of what she was saying about being a sister was true. She seemed to really hate the Chancellor. I wonder what she intends to do now that he's gone.
Ja, ich meine, in gewisser Art und Weise waren die ja alle irgendwo auch sympathisch, vor allen Dingen seit der Szene, wo sie so ein bisschen aus dem Nähkästchen geplaudert haben. Ich finde es aber irgendwie gut, dass das hier aufgezogen wird wie so ein Bonding-Event, also dass das auch synchronisiert ist und so. Hätte ich jetzt nicht erwartet. I'm really curious how much of what she said about her past is true. Ich wüsste auch gar nicht, warum sie uns diesbezüglich anlügen sollte. But for now, I'd better see what else is around here. Ja, das machen wir auch gleich. Mal gucken, wer hier im Raum daneben residiert. Wie viele Ausrufezeichen habe ich jetzt hier insgesamt? Okay, guck mal, da oben sind in jedem Raum Leute. Und hier kann ich mittig sogar noch einen Etagenwechsel vollziehen. Also wir werden hier einiges an Input heute bekommen.
I can sense someone inside. And judging by the fact that S is in the next room.
Wird jetzt hier bestimmt Vulkan drin sein. Ja, erkennt man direkt an der Stimme.
It's open. Come on in.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's you. You finished talking with C?
His name's Crow, not C. And he's never going to be anything else for me.
Oh, I know his real name. To us, he's always gonna be C. That's our leader. You might be young, but each and every one of us look up to him and respect him. Anyway, take a seat. You got a whole lot of questions, I bet.
Does you asking that mean you're willing to answer them?
Depends on the questions.
Just out of curiosity, how many members does the Imperial Liberation Front have left? I know the explosion back in the mine was staged, obviously.
Sure was. Anyway, 10, give or take. We lost most of our members as soon as the war started kicking into gear.
Oh. Is that because the group's primary objective had been fulfilled?
Basically, yeah. We all came from different backgrounds. But the one thing we had in common was that we hated that bastard's guts. So after he'd kicked it, most of the guys didn't really have any reason for sticking around. Can't say I blame them for calling it quits.
Crow said that seeing this war through to its end was the last part of his game. Are the members who haven't left sticking around for similar reasons?
Interesting question. Can't speak for the others, but me? I don't really care how this war goes. I mean, I'm a former Jaeger who can hold his own in a fight. I've always lived for war. And teaching those dumbasses in the provincial armies how to pilot soldats is a job worth doing, even if it's a pain. If we disband, I'll find myself something else to do.
I see. I can't defend the assassination of the Chancellor or what you did near Trista, but I'd be happy if you chose to disband at least.
You're a funny kid. Being oddly nice to us after all the shit we caused, don't you think?
The cycle of hatred's gone on for long enough. The crimes you've committed will never vanish, but no one wants this war to go on longer than it has to. It's not as though you guys want war, do you?
That's enough of the niceties. You've got time to worry about us. Use it to worry about yourself. Whether you choose to side with the Alliance or go against them, you've got a tough road ahead, whether you like it or not. Make sure to think long and hard before you decide. And if we end up as enemies again, show me what you got. On the battlefield, I mean.
Excuse me.
Ich glaube, das Gespräch fand er nicht so gut, der Reen, ne?
Think I might have been too harsh on the kid. Still... yeah. He's probably perfect for the job.
He saw right through me. He's not wrong, though. I should be worrying about myself right now. He seemed kind of different, though. Like he'd lost his spark. His sole objective in life seemed to be to get revenge for his old Jaeger Corps killed by Osborne. Maybe he's just not sure what to do with himself now that he's done just that?
Vielleicht seid ihr beide gerade ein bisschen lost, weil ihr nicht wisst, wo es weitergeht. Aber Vulkan war auf jeden Fall nicht so, wie sagt man so schön, so determined, wie er das im ersten Teil noch war, ne? Mit einem klaren Ziel vor Augen. Und vielleicht wird es ihm halt, auch mal die Feder da hinten im Hintergrund, Grafik, wie das alles aufploppt nach und nach. Er scheint so ein bisschen zu strugglen, ne? Mit seiner Ausrichtung und auch mit seiner Zukunft, ob er bleibt, ob er nicht bleibt. Wer weiß, vielleicht wird er sich ja auch irgendwann abkoppeln im Laufe des zweiten Teils. It almost feels like V's lost some of his spirit compared to before. Oh well, can't worry about that now. I need to focus on what to do next. Ich weiß, was wir als nächstes tun, nämlich mit weiteren Personen sprechen. Da hinten sitzt Bleu Blanc. Den erkennt man ja direkt anhand seiner markanten Haarfarbe. So, und wer sind Sie? Albert. Hallo. Good day, Master Reen. My name is Albert, a butler in the service of the Duke. If I can do anything to make your stay a more comfortable one, do not hesitate to let me know. Okay. Good day, Master Reen. My name is Albert, a butler. Ja, okay, alles klar. Also wenn ich irgendwas brauche, irgendwie ein Käffchen oder so, dann werde ich bei dir dann fündig, ja? Du brühst mir dann noch einen zusammen. Ich meine, wir trinken hier irgendwie nonstop Tee. Aber Reen ist gar nicht so der Kaffeetrinker, ne? Hieß es. Das hier finde ich voll schön. Übrigens, das haben wir auch in der Szene gesehen, als die Kamera hier einmal durchfuhr. Die ganzen Ausrufezeichen sind alle in der unteren Etage, ne? Das heißt, das hier ist optional. Hoffe ich zumindest. Ich gucke mal, wer hier residiert. Aber das sieht aus wie die Gemächer von Duke Cayenne. Der, den ich mit Abstand am unsympathischsten hier finde aus der ganzen Bande. Da kommen wir wahrscheinlich auch gar nicht rein, ne? Is there anything I may be able to help you with? Eine Maid, okay. I'll do anything that I can to make your stay a pleasant one.
This should be the guest of honor's room. It sounds like whoever's in there is busy. Might be better to swing by later.
Ach so, die hat das jemanden gefragt, der sich auch im Raum befindet. Ich habe mich gerade gefragt, warum sie die Tür nicht einfach öffnet und mit uns spricht, aber sie meinte uns gar nicht. Okay, dann werden wir hier auf jeden Fall erstmal nichts zu tun haben. Aber ey, der Eingangsbereich, der ist hier schon ganz schön hübsch designt, ne? Das mit den Blumen links und rechts, ich finde das irgendwie zwar immer noch ein bisschen zu pompös, genauso wie diese Lampe hier. Also ich finde das ultra schön, das Schiff, aber wenn man bedenkt, auch weil Reen ja vorhin gefragt hatte, wie groß die Mannschaft hier eigentlich ist, 10 Leute, das ist schon relativ wenig. Wobei er meinte, glaube ich, nur die Liberation Front, ne? Und nicht die ganze Noble Alliance, wenn ich das richtig in Erinnerung habe. Da sind es dann letzten Endes wohl ein paar mehr.
Good day to you, Reen Schwarzer.
What the? You're the Phantom Thief! You sure look comfortable. What are you doing here?
Haha! Why wouldn't I be? I'm as much a guest on this ship as you are. And who would deny themselves the pleasure of a ship so beautiful? The furnishings are immaculate. The food and wine are positively sumptuous. And I am of the firm belief that it's wasteful not to take advantage of the opportunities life presents you. Ah, and speaking of opportunities, don't just stand there. Take a seat and join me in having a drink. You've been blessed with the rare chance to sit and chat one-on-one with the most beloved thief of our time.
I can't believe that's how you describe yourself. Well, what the hell? I'll have a drink. Nothing alcoholic, though.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, hallo?
Funny. I didn't realize you'd met Prince Olivert.
Indeed, there are few even among royals whose palate is so refined as his. Between our shared love of beauty and fundamental difference of opinion on the nature of love, he forever remains an endless source of entertainment for me.
I suddenly feel very sorry for him. What happened down in Liberl sounds pretty amazing, though. I'd heard there were problems with orbital technology in southern Erebonia at the time, but I had no idea that was why.
Ha ha! That magnificent floating city was quite the sight to behold, let me tell you. Oh, how I wish I could have shown it to you. It would have changed your view of the world completely.
It really does sound amazing. Wait, why am I sitting here having a friendly discussion with a wanted criminal? He has so many interesting and unusual stories, I got completely caught up listening to them.
Ha ha! A thief of my caliber can steal much more than objects, Reen. There, I was able to steal much of your time and your interest. Perhaps I stole your heart as well?
Rest assured that did not happen. Your stories were interesting, though, I'll admit. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know where Prince Olivert is now, would you? Last I checked, he wasn't actively fighting against the Alliance.
Ha ha! I imagine Duke Cayenne would welcome a man like the Prince with open arms into the Alliance, if he so wished to join. To my knowledge, he was always wary of the Chancellor himself. But I digress. I'm afraid not even I know where he is at the moment. However, I'm inclined to believe that wherever he's hiding, the Crimson Wings is there with him.
So the Courageous is missing too, then. Although the Duke's got some nerve if he expects Prince Olivert to side with him after he imprisoned the rest of the Imperial family.
But think, these kinds of things are simply what the great nobles of this country have always done. The War of the Lions, too, was brought about by numerous families of some standing backing potential successors to the throne. Emperor Drykles, as a late arrival to the war, was a mere exception to the rule. I wonder, does Prince Olivert think himself as the second coming of Drykles?
One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's military academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country.
I don't think he does. From what I can tell, he intends to try and end this war in a slightly different way from Drykles.
Oh? Do tell.
Sorry, but I should be going. Thanks for all the interesting stories. They helped me work through things in my head a bit.
Ha! I'm pleased to hear it. I will be waiting at the edge of my seat to hear which path you choose. Join us, and you'll be warmly welcomed. Naturally, I'm fascinated by you as the Ashen Knight's pilot, but I'm even more fascinated with that brute strength of yours. I would love the chance to see the power of an ogre up close.
I doubt it's half as interesting as what you're thinking. Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
Hat er da die ganze Zeit Baileys getrunken? Oder was war das? Und warum hat er sich mitten im Gespräch die Maske wieder aufgesetzt? Guck, der sieht ein bisschen so aus, oder? Und dieser überdimensionierte Eiswürfel, der sieht aus wie so eine Kristallkugel. Ich dachte immer, dass Bleu Blanc blaue Augen hat, weil die Maske das so ein bisschen suggeriert, aber der hat gelbe Augen, wie ich gerade festgestellt habe. Und mir ist noch aufgefallen, vorhin im Gespräch mit Vulkan, diese Armbinde, die er hatte, das hatte das gleiche Symbol oder das gleiche Emblem wie dieses besagte Tattoo in Anführungsstrichen von Scarlet. Also vielleicht wird das irgendwie symbolisch für die Liberation Front sein oder für die Noble Alliance, irgendwas in die Richtung. Vielleicht war das sogar das, was als Schriftzug da drunter stand, jetzt wo ich so drüber nachdenke, aber vorhin konnte ich es noch nicht entziffern. So, ich nehme mal diesen Raum hier als letztes, ich weiß nicht warum. Also doch, ich weiß warum, weil das Ausrufezeichen da so anders platziert ist. Nicht, dass wir da irgendwie ein besondereres Gespräch haben. Ich starte mal hier.
Huh? I think I can sense someone inside. Given the circumstances, I imagine it must be one of the people who fought us in Ymir. Huh? It's open. It's empty. Weird. I could have sworn I sensed someone in here. Oh.
Ah. Aber wir kennen doch ihren Namen schon. Sie wird hier noch voll anonymisiert beschrieben.
Looking at her lying down like this, she really is just a child. Maybe 12 or 13? Somewhere close to Milliam's age. How did a kid like this end up fighting with the Alliance?
Who are you? Who's calling me?
Is she talking in her sleep?
Situation assessed. Location is a room inside the guest area of the Pantagruel. 9 hours have passed since initial loss of consciousness.
Guess she's sleeping comfortably enough here. Then again, she needs it at her age. She's got plenty of growing left. Wait.
Huh?
Good morning?
Reen Schwarzer, why are you here? Unless my memories have been tampered with, I believe this room was solely allocated to me.
Oh, it was. Sorry. If I'd known you were sleeping, I wouldn't have come in here.
So you're an intruder then. Clown Soleus.
No, it was just an innocent mistake.
Ja. Weißt du, er hätte, wenn ich in einen Raum reingehe und registriere, da schläft jemand, dann mache ich die Tür wieder zu und gehe raus. Und du stehst daneben und beobachtest sie, während sie schläft. Wie so ein perverser Reen. Aus der Nummer kommst du nicht mehr raus.
Whoa! Can we at least talk about this?
No mercy for trespassers.
Ups.
So you claim to have no inappropriate motives for sneaking into this room.
Not claim! I really didn't!
But once you walked in, you fell victim to temptation and chose to act in accordance to your desires.
No, I didn't! How many times do I have to explain what happened before you'll believe me?
I was making a joke. Had you any intention of harming me, Clown Soleus would have attacked you. That he didn't proves your innocence.
Oh, right. Then what was all that for? Oh, whatever. I suppose it's my own fault for coming in without permission. Anyway, I've cleared my name. I'll see you some other time, probably.
If that's what you want to do, you didn't come to ask me anything then?
Well, no. Honestly, I didn't even know you were in here. I do have a lot I'd like to ask you, though, and just as much I'd like to say to you. Okay, if you're offering, what are your reasons for helping the Alliance? Why do you have a puppet just like Milliam's? Just who are you?
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so. As all information regarding Clom Soleus is confidential, I am unable to answer your second question. And as for the last one, I am unable to fully comprehend the depth of your question.
Oh, forget it. You abducted my sister and the princess. Whether you were ordered to or not doesn't change that. And it's not something I think I can forgive. See you around. Sorry, that was probably too harsh. I can't pretend to know anything about your circumstances, but I do know that you didn't abduct them of your own free will. Anyway, with that said, I'll be going. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk again sometime.
The Black Workshop.
What?
That's the name of the place I belong to. It was they who loaned me to the Noble Alliance. Unless you choose to join the Alliance, that is the most I'm able to disclose to you.
The name doesn't ring any bells. And loaned? That makes it sound like... I suppose it's none of my business.
Jetzt geht das schon wieder los.
Thanks for telling me. I'll be sure to remember that name.
I can't see doing so holding any real purpose for you. Incidentally, did you have any untoward motives behind what you just did?
No, I did not.
Ich glaube, von allen Kopftätschlern war das bisher der
The
unangemessenste.
Black Workshop? Loaned? Sounds like stuff worth remembering.
Das hat ja gerade sowas von gar nicht gepasst. Also das war der cringigste und merkwürdigste Kopftätschel-Moment. Ich meine, bei Alisa gab es auch den einen oder anderen Moment, der so ein bisschen weird war, aber da waren die ja irgendwie schon so ein bisschen freundschaftlich miteinander verbandelt. Und hier war das Gespräch, finde ich, gerade eher schwierig. Auch wenn wir jetzt doch das mit dem Black Workshop rausbekommen haben und das sicherlich irgendwann nochmal eine Rolle spielen wird. Yeah, probably better to stay away from here. I don't want to be accused of anything else. Still, that Black Workshop she mentioned sounds like a name I should keep at the back of my mind. Das stimmt. Irgendwie habe ich das Gefühl, dass ich das so schnell nicht vergessen werde. Den Namen Altina habe ich aber tatsächlich wieder vergessen. Ich hatte die ganze Zeit irgendwie Artemis im Sinn, was irgendwie relativ weit weg ist davon. Aber jetzt habe ich Altina wieder im Hinterstübchen. Mal gucken, wie lange. Und der Black Workshop. Na, mal gucken, wann da weitere Infos folgen. Wen haben wir hier?
I can sense someone inside. What the...
Schon wieder ohne anzuklopfen. Das ist nicht gut. Hast du nichts gelernt, Reen? Oh.
Oh, it's you. Forgot you were staying here too.
Yeah. What was that? It's gone now, anyway. Maybe it was just my imagination.
So what's up? I couldn't give a damn whether you joined the Alliance or not, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't come here for any specific reason.
Interesting. You mixed by any chance?
Could I sit and talk to you for a while?
What a pain in the ass.
Sei mal nicht so.
So, what do you want to ask?
When we ran into each other back near Berea-Hard, you asked a weird question. Something about being mixed?
Oh, that?
I didn't have the chance to figure out what that meant at the time. But what did you mean?
Don't know if I can even explain that one. It's just something you feel. What we've got mixed into us is obviously different in strength and nature. It's kinda hard to put into words.
Yeah, seems that way. I know you're not trying to confuse me on purpose, but I really can't wrap my head around what you're saying.
Just watch.
Huh?
There's no trick to it. I'm not using an ornament, it's not magic. And I'm not using an artifact either. I just will fire to appear, and it does.
So it's just a totally unnatural ability.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Ich hätte eher gesagt, es ist eine Natural Ability, also genau das Gegenteil und keine Unnatural. Ich finde es übrigens sehr interessant, wie er sitzt und guckt euch mal die Schuhsohle an. Die ist ganz schön auffällig. Er ist echt ein komischer Vogel, der Typ.
Something that just gives you results without the processes you'd usually have to go through to obtain them. You've got one too, right?
Well, true. That power of mine wasn't something I gained from training. I don't even know where the power itself is coming from.
It's the same kind of thing. People who can do things like that usually have something mixed into them. Something foreign, unnatural, mixed into their body itself. Different to the church's stigmas. Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case, though.
Oh.
There, huh? Anyway, I couldn't tell you how, where, or why whatever it is got mixed into you. Sure you've got more questions, but sorry. I can't answer them.
No, it's okay. You've answered enough already. I feel like I understand myself a little better now, actually.
Good for you, I guess. So, we done now?
Yeah, thanks for your time. Oh yeah. So how much of you is unnatural?
Me? All of me.
Okay.
His circumstances seem very different from mine. Guess all I can do is remember what he said. Maybe there will come a time when it'll all make sense. I'm sure one day I'll find out what this power of mine is. What the story behind me being given this power as a kid is. One day.
Der McBurn ist auf jeden Fall einer der interessantesten Charaktere hier auf so vielen Ebenen. Ich hätte mir gewünscht, sowohl bei McBurn als auch bei Bleu Blanc übrigens, dass auch ein bisschen was über... Also mich interessiert sehr, was diese Menschen ausmacht. Also wie die aufgewachsen sind, wie alt die sind, was so deren Motive sind, weil über beide wissen wir jetzt relativ wenig. Die haben sich ja gerade so ein bisschen über die Kräfte und so ausgetauscht. Ja, und das mit dem Unnatural, das ist wahrscheinlich dann so zu verstehen, dass es halt ungewöhnlich und unnatürlich ist in dem Sinne, dass die da was haben, was alle anderen nicht haben. Und wenn das so gemeint ist, dann verstehe ich das auch. Just listening to Ouroboros and Foss's talk is enough to make you realize how ridiculously terrifying their strength is. Ja, vor allen Dingen bei ihm hier, ne? I am glad I got the chance to talk to McBurn, though. Dann wird bestimmt im nächsten Raum Duali sein. Bin ich auch gespannt. Vor allen Dingen, in welche Richtung das Gespräch inhaltlich gehen wird. Mal schauen. Na, klopfst du wieder nicht an?
Got a visitor?
Oh, nee, das ist definitiv nicht Duali.
Come on in.
Excuse me.
Oh, die beiden.
Figured it was you. What's up?
Have a seat. Bourbon? I suppose not.
Yeah, I really shouldn't. How come you guys are being so friendly, though? I mean, we're on opposing sides and all.
Why wouldn't we be? It's not like we're on a battlefield right now. We're Jaegers. Nothing unusual about us trying to cut some throats one day that's sitting in a bar with the same guys the next.
Of course, if you would rather fight with us, that can be arranged.
I shall have to politely decline. For one thing, I don't think I'd stand the slightest chance of taking you two down.
Hey now, no need to be so pessimistic. Fee seems to think pretty highly of you. Have a little more faith in yourself.
At the very least, you'd be able to give us a real fight in your divine night. Not that I'd have any intention of losing even then.
The scary thing is, I'm pretty sure he's dead serious. Well, they're used to taking out tanks. They probably have their ways.
Oh yeah? Ranking 72nd for the year in an academy full of big shot students ain't half bad. Brings a tear to my eye to see our little Fee putting her heart into her education.
And don't forget, she was the youngest of her classmates, too. The boss was right when he said that she can do anything she puts her mind to.
You got that right. Maybe joining the gardening club will make her a bit more ladylike, too. Oh, who am I kidding?
She's still young. She has plenty of time to develop on that front if she so pleases.
They really seem to adore her. Like two proud parents talking about their child.
Aber andersrum genauso. Ich finde immer, wenn Fee über die beiden spricht, das nimmt sich nichts.
And yet... If you don't mind me asking, why did you leave Fee behind? After your boss was killed in a battle with his sworn enemy, I mean.
Oh, Fee told you about that. It sounds like you're closer to her than I thought you were.
I trust this is simply me being paranoid. But you haven't tried making any moves on her, have you?
Oh, jetzt geht das schon wieder los.
No, of course not. I wouldn't dream of it.
Sicher, Reen? Sicher?
I just want to know why you'd abandon her when she obviously means so much to the two of you. She thought of you all like family. Why did you leave her all alone?
Well... We had our reasons. Let's leave it at that. I know you want to know, but you're not the one we should be telling that to.
We'll be sure to tell Fee our reasons in due time. Until then, leave the issue be.
All right, I can accept that. Still, she's our classmate. In that sense, she's like family to me, to us, too. And we feel that way about her just as strongly as you do, if not more so. I want to be perfectly clear on that.
Fighting words right there.
Still, we'll remember you said that. Returning to the matter at hand, you're sure you haven't tried to make any moves on her?
Come on, spit it out.
They really are like two overprotective fathers. I was hoping to get a bit more out of them about what Zephyr is up to. All we did was talk about Fee the whole time. Oh well. At least now I know that the guys in Zephyr really cared about her, so it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Du hast dich doch entschieden aufzustehen und zu gehen. Die haben dich ja nicht rausgeschmissen, hättest ja noch da bleiben können und nachfragen können. Irgendwas wollte ich gerade noch sagen, jetzt habe ich es vergessen. Ah ja, ich frage mich, wie die mit ihr reden wollen. Also es ist ja schön, dass sie in Aussicht stellen, dass es da noch ein Gespräch mit ihr dazu geben wird, aber die bekämpfen uns doch jedes Mal, wenn wir unsere Wege kreuzen. Wird sich das dann in Zukunft ändern? Ich glaube nicht. It's clear they care about Fee to some extent. I wish I could have gotten more out of them, but I'm sure I have another chance. Vor allen Dingen wären sie ja auch vermutlich bereit gewesen, Fee zu töten. In dem Kampf, den wir zuletzt ausgefochten haben gegen die beiden, da in Guerrilla Fortress oder in dem, was davon übrig geblieben ist. So, dann wird hier aber Duali sein, oder?
Having to travel to and from Crossbell like this is utterly exhausting. No, I mustn't complain. I'm doing this for the sake of my lord.
Didn't I see her in Legram?
Who goes there? Wait, you're the Ashen Knight's pilot.
I remember you now. You're with Ouroboros, Duvali the Swift, right?
Have you no shame? Is it perhaps normal for you to barge into a lady's room unannounced? You and that Arseid are only as bad as each other, I swear. Learn your place!
Actually, I just walked through the door normally. I should have probably knocked before I came in, though. Sorry about that.
Das wäre wohl ganz gut gewesen, ja.
So, now that we're understood, what do you want? Have you come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side after all?
Can you not jump to conclusions? Besides, it's not like you're working with the Alliance because you agree with what they're doing.
Oh, naturally. Lady Clotilde seems to have a purpose of her own, but for my part, I have no obligation to help the Alliance whatsoever. I'm simply cooperating because I was told doing so was necessary to the plan.
Plan? I'm not sure what she's getting at. Just so we're clear, that lord you keep mentioning isn't Vita Clotilde, is it?
No. She may be an Anguis like her, but my lord is the seventh, not the second. She is the leader of the Stahlritter, the great light which guides us. Gallant yet beautiful, proud yet merciful. She's the strongest knight of all, and oh, she's simply divine.
Well, you've made it clear how great you think she is. So the head of the Stahlritter is also a woman?
She certainly is. And if you must know, 100 swordsmen of your strength couldn't hope to equal her. No, 1,000, even 10,000 of you wouldn't be able to so much as scratch her.
Okay, I get it. She's strong. Still, if she's a woman who could be described as the strongest knight of all, Laura already noticed the similarity between the Eisenritter and Stahlritter, but she really does sound like Saint Sandlot.
I see I've got you thinking. Incidentally, I may have already mentioned her title, but one can never share my lord's glory too many times. She's known as the Steel Maiden.
The Steel Maiden, huh?
And with that, I believe that's enough idle chatter. If you didn't come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side, then we remain enemies. As such, we shouldn't be standing here being friendly with one another.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Sorry for bothering you. Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to ask. You're not an enforcer like Blue Blanc or Sharon, right? Is there any reason for that?
You just had to ask. Enforcers are selected by the Society's leader, the Grandmaster. And in order to be selected as one and given a number, that person needs to be burdened by some kind of darkness. But just so we're clear, there is no correlation between having a number and one's strength, all right? I'm quite strong.
I didn't say you weren't, but it makes perfect sense. You don't strike me as someone who's carrying any kind of darkness with you. You're refreshingly sincere, like someone who hates anything that strays from the path of righteousness.
I'll thank you not to spout such nauseating drivel in my presence.
Ich würde eher sagen, erwischt.
Now get the hell out of my room!
She chased me out. I'm really curious about the Steel Maiden. Could she really have some connection with the Lance Maiden? Perhaps even with the woman who helped us during our August field study.
Irgendeine Verbindung muss es ja geben, ne? Also ihre ganze Schwärmerei wird ja vermutlich nicht von ungefähr kommen, aber wo da die Schnittstelle ist, das wäre auch noch interessant. Okay. The Stahlritter and the Steel Maiden, huh? I'm curious, but I doubt she'll help fill in the blanks even if I asked. Ja, na vor allen Dingen wird sie jetzt schön ihre Tür wahrscheinlich abgesperrt haben und wenn du anklopfst, dann wirst du keine Chance mehr haben. Möglichkeit verpasst, Reen, würde ich mal sagen. Ich verstehe auch gar nicht, warum sie sich nochmal umgezogen hat. Oh, da steht jemand Neues. Warte mal, hat sich jetzt hier irgendwas verändert? Außer, dass da jetzt 2 Personen stehen. Bin mir nicht sicher. Guten Tag, wer sind Sie? Oh. She still seems depressed, you say?
I'm afraid so. It pains me to see her like this, to be honest. Perhaps we should inform His Grace about this?
I can certainly see it having a negative effect on her health if she remains this way much longer. Whether His Grace will truly care, however, I'll give the issue some more thought. May I leave her to you in the meantime?
Absolutely.
Wie er gerade zwischen den Zeilen gesagt hat, dass es dem Duke wahrscheinlich völlig egal ist. Also, wie gesagt, egal was man so über den hört, sieht, was der selber so von sich gibt, er sammelt konstant Minuspunkte. Gibt es jetzt hier was Neues? Health if she remains this way much longer. Absolutely, okay. Also inhaltlich kommt hier nicht mehr Input. Aber wir werden oben bestimmt besagte Person dann jetzt antreffen, vermute ich mal ganz stark. Ja, das ist das einzige Ausrufezeichen, was noch übrig ist. Wollen wir es wagen? Ich würde sagen, klares Ja.
I think the mate's finished working in there now. I wonder who's using this room now.
Jetzt knockt er wieder. Jetzt hat er sich wieder ein bisschen Höflichkeit angeeignet.
Yes? Who is it? Please come in.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
Der mit Abstand größte Raum. Mhm. Oh, Elfin! What?
I had a feeling it was you, but I didn't dare to hope.
Und wo ist Elise?
It's you. It's really, really you.
Your Highness.
How did you get here? This all feels like a dream. Please don't tell me it is. I don't think my heart could handle the disappointment.
It's really me. I'm so glad you're safe. I'm so sorry that you had to go through all of this. If I hadn't been so weak and careless, none of this would have happened.
You mustn't apologize. Simply being able to see you again is more than I could have hoped for.
You must have been really lonely. I'm here for you now, though. I might not be the most reliable person for the job, but I'm not going anywhere.
So that's what you've been doing all this time?
Yeah, I was happy all of us were able to get back together again. But then yesterday, I ended up being invited onto this ship by Duke Cayenne. That's why I'm here, talking to you.
I do recall thinking things were a little noisier than usual yesterday. Now I know why. Strange as it may sound, I suppose I owe the Duke my thanks. After all, if not for his invitation, we wouldn't have been able to find each other like this.
Sorry. I wish I could say I'd snuck on board to rescue you or something.
Vor allen Dingen ohne den Duke wäre sie aber auch gar nicht entführt worden und die hätten weiterhin Kontakt zueinander und wären in Verbindung geblieben. Also er ist sowohl für das eine als auch für das andere verantwortlich.
Incidentally, I hesitate to ask, but...
You want to know where Elise is, right? She's not on this ship, I'm afraid. I can't say for sure, but I believe she's been taken to the same place as my parents.
Really?
I'm sure it isn't news to you that my mother, father, and Cedric have been imprisoned somewhere. And apparently, they've chosen Elise to be my family's attendant. So it's likely wherever they've been taken, she's right there with them.
Really? I'm not sure whether to feel relieved or what.
I can hardly blame you. I feel exactly the same way, even.
why were you alone imprisoned on this airship? Surely there must be some reason.
That was Duke Cayenne's decision. I believe he's using me to suppress potential rebellion in areas occupied by the Alliance, by having me address the people and calm them down.
Forgive me for saying so, but that's a little messed up, using you like that.
I don't especially mind doing it, honestly. It's a simple enough task. People all across Erebonia are uneasy about this war. And as princess, I should do what's within my power to help calm their nerves.
But at the expense of your own feelings? I know you want to help, but you can't be happy about being used as the Alliance's puppet to deceive them. Plus, you've been forcibly separated from your family, your best friend. You don't even know where they are.
Yes, but... Oh, why even bother? You see through everything, don't you, Reen? Anyway, putting my feelings aside, what do you plan to do now? I presume you don't intend to actually do whatever Duke Cayenne tells you to.
Well... I'm really not sure what to do. The longer this war goes on, the more people will suffer because of it. But even so, I don't feel as though siding with the Noble Alliance is the right course of action. And the same goes for the Imperial Army. I can't in good conscience side with them either.
I see.
There's so much to think about. You're being used as a puppet against your will? And then Elise is imprisoned somewhere too, being forced to do who knows what. I have to act somehow to change things.
That wasn't your fault, Reen.
Ever since I was taken in by my family all those years ago, I've tried to be a brother figure to her. I became the person I am today because of them. They've always loved me like they would a real son, and she's always treated me like a real older brother. You saw that power of mine, didn't you? And what I look like when I use it?
Well, yes, I did.
Back when I was a kid, something just like that happened. I ended up using it right there in front of her. She should have been terrified of me, but if she was, she never once let it show. She treated me exactly the same as before. And that was when I swore, deep within my heart, no matter what happened, no matter what I had to do, I would always protect her. And that's why I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder if now's the time to live up to that promise, if I should put her before everything else. Even if I have to ignore or outright betray my own personal beliefs in the process.
Reen. As your honorary little sister, I order you to get a hold of yourself!
What? Your Highness.
I know Elise far better than you think I do. In fact, I'd even go as far as to say I know her better than you. Reen, she's already told me so much about what happened 8 years ago. She told me about how that snowy day was what inspired you to take up the sword. She told me how traumatic that moment was for you. How what happened stays with you even now. And she even told me that, while she hated how she felt the tiniest bit happy because of it. Because it meant that your attention, your guilt, and your sense of responsibility were directed towards her and no one else. And she knew more than anyone how selfish that was. She may have had other reasons for choosing to go to Saint Estrella, but her main reason was that she didn't want you to keep feeling guilty because of her. More than anything else, she wanted to free you of your burdens. You should know, when you joined Thor's and were making new friends, and you finally seemed to be moving forward, she felt a little jealous, and even a little lonely at being left behind. But she was so very, very happy for you too. So please, Reen, please don't use Elise to justify not choosing your place in this war. Because I know for a fact, she wants you, of all people, to carve your own path and find true happiness.
War ihm das wirklich vorher nicht schon klar?
How could I have been so blind? All this time I thought I was trying to protect her, and it's been the other way around since the start. And that's not just true for her either. Mom, Dad, Master Ka-Fai, all my friends at Thor's, they've been supporting me this whole time. How could I have missed something so obvious? I think I finally understand what I've been lacking inside of me all this time. I was so focused on trying to protect others, I never stopped to think about how relationships go both ways. Others try to support me just like I try to support them, and I have as much of an effect on them as they do on me. How did I not realize before now? I'm sorry, Master. I think you gave me that intermediate scroll a bit too soon. But better to realize late than never, I suppose. Because now I finally feel like I'm ready. As long as I keep that fact in mind, I won't lose control again.
Rin has attained a new state of mind. Okay. Okay, was auch immer das heißt, ist, denke ich mal, gut für ihn, der Erkenntnisgewinn, auch wenn ich bei vielen Sachen den Eindruck hatte, dass er vorher da auch schon so ein bisschen im Bilde drüber war und dass das jetzt nicht allzu überraschend kommt, aber scheinbar lag ich damit falsch. Ihr Lieben, ich werde jetzt diese Erkenntnis und seine Bewusstseinserweiterung jetzt dazu nutzen, um hier einen kleinen Break einzubauen, denn ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass es danach noch ordentlich weitergeht hier mit Cutscenes und Dialogen und hast du nicht gesehen, weil wir ja immer noch nicht wissen, was unsere nächste Aufgabe hier sein wird. Und ich schätze mal ganz stark, dass nach Abschluss dieser Szene hier der Intermission-Abschnitt auch vorbei sein wird und wir dann, so ist meine Vermutung, mit der restlichen Gruppe wieder unterwegs sein werden. Ich bin auf jeden Fall super gespannt. Wir sind aber schon wieder am Ende der Zeit. Ich bedanke mich fürs Einschalten heute und würde mich sehr freuen, wenn ihr auch beim nächsten Mal wieder mit dabei seid. Macht's gut und bis dahin, wenn ihr mögt. Ciao!